Hello cookbook fans, this is Carrie with Cookbook Divas, and today I wanted to take a little tiny diversion away from cookbooks for those of you that like food writing and food essays. I just picked up the Best American Food Writing 2021. Gabrielle Hamilton is the editor, and I thought it would be fun to just look really quickly through the table of contents so you know if you want to grab this from your local library or via purchasing it on Amazon with our affiliate link. I have not read any of the essays yet because I was waiting to explore this with you. And if you don't care about food essays and you're looking for cookbooks, it's totally okay to stop watching this video and go check out the videos that I posted this morning and the ones I'm going to post of cookbooks after I'm done talking about this book. So, thank you if you have stayed. All right, Best American Food Writing 2021. It is by Mariner Books, an imprint of HarperCollins. Sylvia Killingsworth is the series editor, but the editor of this food writing book is Gabrielle Hamilton. She wrote the introduction. So the contents. This is why I bought this book. Helen Rosner writes about a New Orleans chef navigates disaster. Next up, Ruby Tando. I know you know who she is. How a cheese goes extinct. Then there's an essay called Good Bread by Bill Buford. Next, Priya Krishna writes How to Feed Crowds in a Protest or Pandemic the Sikhs Know. I am so excited to read that one. I might read that one first. Next up, Sheila Marikar, The Fed Up Chef. Next up, Ligaya Mishan. Once the disease of gluttonous aristocrats, gout is now tormenting the masses. Ooh, yikes. Next, we have Rebecca Onion. This is the dumbest foodie battle of our time. What is that about? Do we want a spoiler? Uh-oh, blog style recipe format. Ooh, that's gonna get drama for sure. Soleil Ho writes SF Restaurants 200 per person dome is America's problems in a plastic nutshell. Mackenzie Chung Fegan writes All Brandon Jew wants is for Chinese restaurants to know their worth. Next, we have Close to the Bone by Amy Irvine. Jade Chang writes about Cecilia Chiang. Britt H. Young, Incubated Futures. Then we have Liza Monroy, Solly Dairy Tea, about dairy, I'm assuming. Jonathan Kaufman writes Get Fat, Don't Die. Caitlin Menza writes what it's like to self-quarantine with a Michelin-starred chef. Oh, that's going to be so interesting. Foster Raymer writes Making Reservations. Then we have Leah Rosenzweig, The Nazi Origins of Your Favorite Natural Wine. Uh-oh. Kelsey Miller, What a 1944 Starvation Experiment Reveals About 2020 Food Insecurity. That's interesting. I volunteer at a food pantry, and the food insecurity is just getting worse, even in here in Seattle, Washington, one of the wealthiest cities in the wealthiest countries of the world. Next, Navneet Along, Stewed Awakening. Then Mayuk Sen, The Queer Legacy of Elka Gilmore. Then Dana Evans, Who Will Save the Food Timeline. Then Beth Landman, You'll Probably Never Get Into This Restaurant. Don't know which one it is. And then there's Eric J. Wallace, The Chef Restoring Appalachia's World-Class Food Culture. And finally, Catherine LaGrave, Waterworld. Not sure what that's about. So before we go, I'll read you what the publishers write on the back, just to give another clue about what this is about. A year that stopped our food world in its tracks, writes Gabrielle Hamilton in her introduction reflecting on 2020. None of our favorite year, right? The stories in this edition of Best American Food Writing create a stunning portrait of a year that shook the food industry, reminding us of how important restaurants, grocery stores, shelters, and those who work in them are in our lives. From the Sikhs who fed thousands during the pandemic, to the writer who was quarantined with her Michelin-starred chef boyfriend, to the restaurants that served 200 per person tasting menus to the wealthy as the death toll soared, this superb collection captures the underexposed ills of the industry and the unending power of food to unite us, especially when we need it most. Thanks for watching this food writing book sneak preview. Follow Cookbook Divas on our blog, cookbookdivas.com. We post cookbook news and info to Instagram and Facebook at Cookbook Divas. We have a YouTube channel that you're probably watching this video on, and we also have a podcast. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.